الناس ونسألك رضاك.
اللهم تب علينا يا أرحم الراحمين يا رب العالمين. اللهم اغفر لنا، اللهم يسر أمورنا، اللهم ارزقنا. Allah, we are learning and to turn it into amal in our life. Ameen ya Rabb. Alhamdulillah, for those who are new here, just want to recap one more thing that I would love to always remind myself and you with. Avoiding the major sins is already a big ni'mah. What does it mean? By you being aware that they are very major sins, chief sins, dosa basar. The moment you know that, then you are aware that it's big. Then you avoid them. If you avoid them, inshallah, all your minor sins will be forgiven. This is why we need to study this. By knowing, we will stay away. By staying away, Allah, just like that. Simply because we avoided the major ones. Allah says in the Quran, إِن تَجْتَنِبُوا كَبَائِرَ مَا تُنْهَوْنَ عَنْهُ نُكَفِّرْ عَنْكُمْ سَيِّئَاتِكُمْ. If you avoid the major sins we are telling you to avoid, we will forgive your minor sins. Alhamdulillah. So it's a good news that I want all my sisters to keep in mind, inshallah. We have covered, mashallah, so far nine major sins. 61 to go. Okay? 61 to go, inshallah. The first major sin, what is it? Shirk. To commit shirk, to associate with Allah somebody else. And this is not easy, sisters, because a lot of people think it's easy to understand. It's not. It's very complicated. It is so complicated that now the shirk is no more like the shirk used to be in the Prophet ﷺ time. Although we can see it in the Muslim Ummah. Inside the Muslim Ummah, I'm not talking about kafir. Muslims commit shirk. For example, believing in a dead person, that he has special powers. If you believe someone has special powers and he's dead, and you go and ask Allah there, near him, that is shirk. Even if you ask Allah, why are you asking Allah in this place? Maqam. You go to a graveyard, for example, or where he is buried, he or she. That is a major sin. Another shirk is showing off. Muslims show off today. We want to show off. Even when we do ibadah, even when we worship Allah, we want people to see us, to notice us, to call us religious titles like Haji, Hajjah. If you feel offended that someone didn't call you Haji or Hajjah, then you feel like, that's a big problem. You pray and you want people to see you. You fast and you want people to know that you're fasting. You give sadaqah and zakat and you want people to see you. All this is shirk. Careful. Going to Bomo, listening to Bomo, going with someone to Bomo, to ask the Bomo for help, that you went with him or her. That is all shirk. You need to repent to Allah and ask Allah forgiveness if you have ever done that. Giving your palm to someone to read it is shirk. You want someone to see. What is the shirk there? Where is the shirk? The shirk is that you are telling Allah that you are not the only one who knows the answer. This person also knows the answer. Please read my hand. And they are just lying to you. Because if they knew the answer, why are they in that trouble? Why their life is not improved? Why they are not rich? Example, super rich. So you have to be careful, sisters. The second major sin, what is it? Killing. Killing innocent life. Killing humans. Killing innocent life. Number 3? Sorry? Very good. Sorcery. You do sorcery or you go to someone who does sorcery. Good. Number 4? No salah. People who don't pray, they are committing major sin. Number 5? Not paying zakat. Very good. Number 6? No fasting. Good. Number 7? No hajj. Number 8? Very good. And number 9? Severing the bonds. You sever Salatul Rahim. Today we continue with number 10. Any questions about these 9 major sins? Anyone has question? Maybe you went home, you thought about something, you wanted to ask. Okay, if you remember, you can ask. Now number 10 is, na'udhu billah, az-zina. Az-zina. So the 10th major sin for today, al-zina. What does it mean? We're going to see. Now pay attention to this word, sisters. In writing, it was this way, without the dots and without the vowel. The Arabs, when they wrote like this. For example, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, they wrote it this way. No dots. They know that's the language. Yeah? But when non-Arabs embraced Islam and him, whether he's Arab or not, to learn Arabic, to come up with this me. So now they came up with it. You see what I mean? So look at this word. What is it? Without vowels. You don't know. Right? But it's similar to another major sin. Zina, riba. Zina and riba are same. I will show you later on. Those who commit zina or do riba are doing the same sin. That's why, careful my sisters, purify your incomes or purify your money you may have. Stay away from riba, because riba is another form of zina. We will see. Let's now talk about az-zina. Some zina is bigger than the other. So zina is categories, number 1. It's not one. Wow, I didn't know that. I thought zina is just one thing. No. Some zina is bigger than others. Allah Azza wa Jal, for example, says, وَلَا تَقْرَبُوا الزِّنَا إِنَّهُ كَانَ فَاحِشَةً وَسَاءَ سَبِيلًا. Surah Al-Isra. Thank you, Sister Julie. May Allah bless you. Shukran. Hot? Panas? No, so that I don't. Because this type of cups, you don't know if something is unless you touch it. Okay. Allah Azza wa Jal didn't tell us not to commit zina. He said don't even come near it. Wow. Pay attention to the word. وَلَا تَقْرَبُوا. تَقْرَبُوا means come near. Don't come even near it. Why? Because the ultimate consequence of coming near zina is to commit it. So prevention. Allah is not only telling us don't. To come near it is already haram. You are already sinning. Remember, the same word was used for Adam and Eve, alayhimus salam. When Allah said, وَلَا تَقْرَبَا هَذِهِ الشَّجَرَةِ. Don't come near this tree. He showed them which tree. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala showed Adam and Eve, alayhimus salam, that they should not come near a tree. The mere fact that they were near it, that's it. They ate from it. So just to be safe, we need to avoid everything that may lead to zina wal iyad billah, which we will explain. Is this clear first? So please understand this. When our children are not properly dressed, it means they are near zina, especially the girls. When we mix, men and women mix, you know, especially in private, khalwa, what does that mean? That's already a haram. We punish you just for being in khalwa, not for committing zina. We didn't see you committing zina. But we punish you, there is special punishment for khalwa, or for improperly dressing, etc., in Islam. So, وَلَا تَقْرَبُوا الزِّنَا. Allah commanded us not. And He told us why. He said, إِنَّهُ كَانَ فَاحِشًا. Indeed, it is a fahisha. Zina is a major sin. Fahisha means ugly thing. It's not good at all. And it's the worst path you may take in life. The worst path you may take in life is you allow yourself to sleep with someone who is not halal for you. You break steps. For example, people who do that, na'udhu billah, before marriage, even if they are engaged. No, you have to wait for certain things to happen. One of them is ijab and qabul. One of them is 2 Muslim male witnesses. One of them is the wadi, and one of them is the dowry. Once this is done, can. And I stress upon walima first. That's why, my sisters, if you ever marry your daughters, between the day you perform the nikah, aqad, right, the nikah, and the day of the actual nikah, you shouldn't be long. Don't like 2-3 months from now. No. Don't do that. You do aqad, let's say today is the wedding. Or, no. We are allowing boys to go with each other. No, what's this? What's that? That's not right. We will see, inshallah. The second ayah, so this is Surah Al-Isra, verse 32. You all have the book? This is a very important book. You keep it until you die. And let someone inherit it from your children or grandchildren. The second ayah is in Surah Al-Furqan. Yes. Very good. Meaning, it's highly recommended that the moment you do aqad between a boy and a girl, the actual consummation of marriage should not be far from that day, because you are helping them to be on their own. A lot of people do that. No, aqad is not engagement. Aqad is marriage. Very good. Aqad is khalas, marriage, husband and wife. But sisters, listen to me. I will listen to you, don't worry. Just follow me. Because culture, you are fogged by culture. The religion is like this. The aqad of marriage, aqd means contract. For a contract to be valid, 4 things. Number 1, ijab and qabul. Number 2, wali, the father of the girl, or whoever is in charge of her. Then 2 Muslim witnesses, and then the dowry, given from the man gives his wife, not the other way. Okay, once this is done, now they are halal for each other. But in order not to fall into any mishaps, the day you do this, make it the day of marriage, or not far. No. For him and her to go together, to be lonely, to consummate the marriage, to sleep with one another. Faham now? La ilaha illallah. Ya Allah. Hold on. I am preparing myself for the coffee. Hold on. Bismillah. Okay, ladies. Perempuan. Yes. No, it's not haram. But I don't recommend that type of thing at all. I tell you why. Number 1, why the walima has to be 6 months? Why? She could be 6 months pregnant with walima. What type of this? She be sitting with her baby. You understand what I mean? No, that's wrong. Very good. That's the point I'm making. You cannot behave like husband and wife before walima. We stress upon walima, not just the aqad. Aqad just for for the boy and the girl to be at ease. At ease, it means husband and wife. They start already behaving like husband and wife and fighting and quarreling. No. You want to fight and quarrel? Let's consummate the marriage and go fight. How about that? So please understand, that's not right. That's not right. And a lot of marriages are... Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam missed Abdul Rahman bin Auf. May Allah be pleased with him. He missed him for a few days. When he saw him handsome, wearing some beautiful clothes. So he told him, "What's up, Abdul Rahman? You look different." He said, "Ya Rasulullah, I got married." The Prophet ﷺ congratulated him, and then he said, "Where is the walima? You should have done the walima." Meaning, indirectly telling him that the proper way of marriage is that you do the walima and announce then and go, for a few days missing. What we call honeymoon. Before onion moon. Honeymoon, 1 month, second month onion, the third month, Allahu Akbar. So please do not do that. Stop doing that. When you plan for the marriage of your children, inshallah, let's say aqad today, within a week should be the walima. Okay, postpone the aqad to the walima, or bring the walima closer to the aqad. But don't leave a long gap. Not good. Not good, sisters. Not good for you. And if nothing happened in your walima and your whatever marriage, there is no guarantee for these youth. You know, between our age and them is a big difference. Let's say between your son and you, and your daughter and you, is 20 years. That's a big already gap, let alone 30 and 40. It's a big gap. These youth cannot wait, cannot tahan, shaitan, a lot of fitna they see in this and that. We grew up quite conservative, alhamdulillah, we were safe. Big problems happen. So please just listen to me and do that. How to choose? You mean a husband and wife? Okay, that's another subject. Very good. The witness. Okay. Number one, that's why I said 2 Muslim witnesses. When I say Muslim, I mean practicing. From now on, sisters, when you hear me say Muslim, I don't mean by culture. I mean someone like you and me in the masjid. Someone who comes to seek knowledge, someone who prays with the jama'ah, someone who gives zakat, someone who slaughters Eid, al-Adha, someone who observes even the little sunnahs of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This is called Muslim. Today they are not even praying and we call them Muslims. I told you major sin. Tariq as-salat, we just saw. Number 4, major sin. Shouldn't even be considered Muslims because they don't pray. So when I choose 2 witnesses to witness for my son or daughter, I should bring religious, good people. Not religious necessarily scholars, but people who, mashallah, are very good Muslims. They practice Islam. Preferably young. Why? Don't bring someone in his 80s about to go to Allah and tell him, uncle, come witness. Witness what? Merdeka? Merdeka 50 years ago. Witness what? Witness marriage. So you need this man at least to be in his 20s, 30s. Oh, I see. Most of us, when we bring witness, we bring someone who is about to go into forgetfulness, Alzheimer or whatever. No, you bring someone alert. Males. No males, we don't have males, 1 male, 2 females. If we don't find, let's say we are somewhere, we are in Australia and there is 1 young man, 1 woman. We don't have 2 Muslim men. Sheikh Zubair is here, I call 2 of you. I'm witness and 2 of you. And then we perform the nikah. But must be practicing Muslims. Clear? Yes. Banquet. Makan. Yes. No. The consummation, it's not part of the walima, but it's a form of like, it's announcing to the world that I married this woman. And that's why those who don't do walima, their marriage is incomplete actually. Like a person who marries second wife and hides it, third wife and hides it. Now you know why I'm saying this? For your own protection, at least you know. If you are second wife or if you became, you never know, that can happen to you. It's your right to know at least. Is this clear? So, in order to avoid any form of zina, not only we look after the 4 pillars of contract, but we do perform the nikah the way Rasulullah did it, the sunnah. He announced. People know. People should know. And don't worry, they'll be surprised for a few days and that's it. Do you think people care 24/7 about you? Do you think people care 27? They may be shocked that something happened in your life and then that's it. They will accept it. Allahu Akbar. Okay, second ayah. والذين لا يدعون مع الله إلها آخر ولا يقتلون النفس التي حرم الله إلا بالحق ولا يزنون. Surah Al-Furqan. Allah Azza wa Jal says, and those who do else other than Allah. With Allah, they don't call somebody else, meaning they don't associate with him. Shirk. They don't commit shirk. Second, they don't kill innocent lives, except with truth, jihad, self-defense, executing criminal. And they don't commit zina. Look at it. In this ayah, zina is number 3 major sin. After shirk and killing comes zina. Wow. Okay. وَمَنْ يَفْعَلْ ذَلِكَ يَلْقَى أَثَامًا. He who does that will face major sins. أثاما. يُضَاعَفْ لَهُ الْعَذَابُ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ. His punishment will be doubled on the day of judgment. وَيَخْلُدْ فِيهِ مُهَانًا. And he will enter in that type of punishment with disgrace. إِلَّا مَنْ تَابَ. Alhamdulillah. Thank you, Ya Allah. Except those who make tawbah. Even if they committed zina. They committed shirk. They have killed. Then they make tawbah. Then Allah will forgive them, inshallah. Provided they don't return to it again. Is ayah clear? Third ayah in Surah An-Nur. And sisters, pay attention. Alhamdulillah, the audience, women. So pay attention. Allah said, الزانية والزاني فاجلدوا كل واحد منهما 100 جلدة. He started with the female. In zina, he started with the female. Why? Because usually zina is caused by women. Is wanted by men, no doubt about it, but is caused by women. When a woman dresses like na'udhu billah, honestly, look, let's not lie about ourselves and let's not be in denial. A woman might not be a haram woman, right? Like that. What does it mean? When she dresses like a woman of haram. You know what I mean? Okay. When she dresses like that, we have no proof she commits zina, right? We have no proof. We didn't see with our eyes. We didn't see with our eyes. There are no 4 witnesses. We cannot accuse her of zina. But when she dresses like women of the street at night, and she asks us to please think nice of me, is she normal? Is she normal in her mind? She is not. Why? I tell you why. When I wear like this, and you meet me on the street, and you have a very urgent question to ask, and you say, Sheikh, can I ask you a question? You don't know me, the first time you see me. But what made you think I'm a sheikh? My dress, right? If, God forbids, one of you falls here now, or me, and we see someone wearing like a doctor, with stethoscope, with everything, do anyone think you are crazy when you go and say, doctor, please come help. So cloth makes perception. Now you know why Allah tells us to dress properly? Because through clothes, people can class you in society. So people who do not dress properly, they are causing problem actually. They are calling for something. They are telling you, please think of me this way. Although they are in denial. So if Sheikh Zubair wears like this, it's your right to think I'm alim, I'm ustad. And then I say, sorry, I'm not, I'm jahil, I know nothing. Then you say, Sheikh, wear something, wear jeans, Levi's 501, takbir. Okay? It's very important, perception is very important, the dress code. That's why police have special uniform. Immigration have special uniform. Customs have special uniform. Otherwise they all wear the same clothes like us and that's it. No. So please dress, do not underestimate dress. That's why Allah Azza wa Jal gives utmost importance to dress. There are many ayahs in the Quran about dressing properly. So Allah Azza wa Jal said, Az-zaniyatu waz-zani. In zina, He started with zaniya, with female. Major sin, if time allows, which is theft. In theft, He starts with men. Because theft is caused by men. Very few women steal. Very few women steal compared to men. But in zina, it's the women who cause it. How, Sheikh? How? The dress. Look at the dress. And look at the pull actually towards zina, towards creating what you call temptations and lust, wal-iyadhu billah. So please do not deny that in your minds at least. What did Allah say? Cane them, lash them, wrote on them, each one of them 100 times. And do not feel merciful towards them. Don't let any form of mercy come to your heart when you are rotaning them. If you truly believe in Allah and the Day of Judgment, and let a group of believers witness the caning, the rotan. Let a group of believers see that. This is Allah, not me, not any one of us. If we truly believe in God, as we have to pray to Him, we need to obey His command. So Allah wouldn't tell us to cane someone 100 lashes if it was not a major sin. If it was minor sin, He will not tell us to do that. So it's a major sin. This is the punishment for people who did not get married. Careful, sisters. This is for people who are not married. A non-married man or woman, when they commit zina, their punishment is 100 lashes only. But if they are married, or one of them is married, is death. Through what? Through stone. Okay, look, between us and practicing this, I think there are many, many years to come. But you need to know. It's the law of Allah. It's God's law. And it's not just in the Quran. It's in the Bible, the books of Allah that He has sent. They are there. In the Bible, there is a verse where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, the woman who commits zina and brings her father's shame should be brought to his house, near his door of the house, and they should shave her head off, put her inside the hall, and stone her to death. She is not married. In the Quran, it's actually easy. Only married women who cheat. Wow. So people need to know this law. Because today, the biggest problem of Muslims is jahil. We don't know. And that's why we don't, when people tell us, we feel that's too much. No, if we know, it's not too much. If I know the punishment of zina, then at least, alhamdulillah, I am aware. I don't want that to happen to me. I don't want that to happen to me. You got it? So we need to talk about these things. How about if people escape punishment in dunya? Sisters, careful. If anyone commits zina while there is Sharia law, and he doesn't come clean and admit whether 100 lashes or even leading to death, that person will be punished in Jahannam. Wow. So this is why it's better that they come clean in the dunya. Very good. I'm coming to that. Because a lot of people are doing that. They are even getting pregnant before that. And what's the Sharia rule about the son or the daughter who has been conceived before marriage? Good question. Coming. In the Zabur of Sayyidina Dawood alayhi salam, in the Zabur, the book of Sayyidina Dawood alayhi salam, there is a verse where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Zabur that the people who commit zina will be hanged for private parts on the day of judgment in hell. يُضْرَبُونَ عَلَيْهَا بِسِيَاطٍ مِّنْ حَدِيدٍ. And when they are whipped, they are not whipped with rotan or with a belt. No, they are whipped with iron, cable of iron. Allahu Akbar. And when that person is in pain, he or she, and shouts out of pain, the Zabaniya, the angels of hellfire, will tell him, where was your voice when you were laughing and you are not respecting Allah Azza wa Jalla? They will tell him or her as they are being whipped. And you know, imagine, sisters, if just a human being whips another human being. How about when an angel whips a human being with a cable of iron? Allahu Akbar. In Jahannam, in that position, hanged from private part. Why did you do that? And when he says, he helped me, the angel will ask him, where was your voice when you were enjoying the haram and you were not observing Allah Azza wa Jalla? That is in the Zabur. And Zabur was given to the Jews, so they also know it's haram. It is narrated also that Rasulullah ﷺ, in hadith narrated by Imam Bukhari, Muslim, Abu Dawud, and Nasa'i, Rasulullah ﷺ said, لا يزني الزاني حين يزني وهو مؤمن. When a man is committing zina, he is not a believer. What? When he's committing zina, at that moment, he is not a believer. Meaning, if he dies at that moment, he dies kafir. Wow. ولا يسرق السارق حين يسرق وهو مؤمن. And when a thief is stealing, in the moment of theft, of burglary, of whatever he's doing, at that moment, he's not a believer. Meaning, if he dies kafir. ولا يشرب الخمر. And the person does not drink alcohol while he is drinking, except that he is not a believer. Meaning, these are measures. These measures is when we are committing them, we are no more believers until we make tawbah. If we die at that moment, there are people who die drunk and drinking. While they're drinking, they die. There are people dying during zina. There are people dying during theft, burglary. They're shot or killed. Then what? Sorry, you died as a non-Muslim. ولا ينتهب نهبة ذات شرف يرفع الناس إليه أبصارهم حين ينتهبها وهو مؤمن. And whatever he does while showing off, he is not a believer. Wow. So let's say we are praying, we think we are believers, but I want to impress you. I'm not a believer at that moment. Hadith in Bukhari, Muslim, Nasa'i, and Tirmidhi. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, if a human being commits zina, Iman leaves him. كالظلة على رأسه ثم إذا أقلع رجع إليه الإيمان. At the moment of zina, Iman goes away from the person. When he refrains and makes tawbah, the Iman comes back. Wow. It's like removing a hat. It's like I'm removing this. At the moment of zina, the person removes the hat of Iman. He's no more Muslim. May Allah save us. So there are many ahadith, my sisters, just for the sake of time so that we move on. يعني, I add one more hadith. 3 people, Allah will not look at them, will not speak to them, and will not have any mercy to them Yawm al-Qiyamah. Remember them, 3 people. Allah will not even look at them. Shaykhun Zani, an old man who still commits sin. You think this is not happening? An old man still looking for young girls. Bangkok, Bali, under the pretext of I don't know what. An old man who is still committing zina. Number 2, وَمَلِكٌ كَذَّابٌ, a lying leader, a leader who lies. Number 3, وَعَائِلٌ مُسْتَكْبِرٌ, or Amber Sombong, who is poor. Somebody poor but very arrogant. Remember them, huh? The worst form of zina, sisters, the worst form of zina is the zina with the wife of the neighbor or the husband of the neighbor. The worst form of treason is that somebody is married and someone is after her. And I was shocked to see people in Malaysia like that. And I know for a fact that there are things like this. Because people come to ask me questions that they did haram. What is this? He is married and she is married. And still they do the haram with other people. What is this? So please understand, this is the worst form of zina. And it's even mentioned in the 10 Commandments. You should not commit zina with the wife of your neighbor. It's in the 10th commandment of Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam. In Sahih al-Bukhari, in one of the dreams of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, narrated by Sumra ibn Jundub radiyallahu anhu, that Jibril and Mikael came, alayhim salam, came to Rasulullah sallallahu in the dream. Jibril and Mikael. Prophet sallallahu was asleep. Jibreel and Mikael alayhim salam came to him. And they told him, come, let's go somewhere. فانطلقنا فأتينا على مثل التنور أعلاه ضيق وأسفله واسع. We came to a place like Tanur. Tanur is like volcano. Tanur is Tanduri. You know Tanduri where you go? Tanur, that's Tanur. The head is little, but deep inside is wide. Where there is... and we heard noises. A huge noise. Noises of different people. He said, then they told me, look, when I look down, it's like a volcano. Imagine we are looking at inside volcano. Volcano also is a head like this, see? He said, women inside, burning. فَإِذَا هُمْ يَأْتِهِمْ لَهَبٌ مِّنْ أَسْفَلَ مِنْهُمْ. The fire under them, they were burning. When that lahab, when that flame comes, just the flame, it's flame of the fire touching them, not yet the fire. They shout their lungs, and they shout, pain. Oh, my brother Jibreel, who are these people? He said, these are the people who commit zina among men and women. Their punishment, Yawm al-Qiyamah. They have special place in hell. May Allah save us. Ameen, ya. So, no need to continue more about this subject. It's just, alhamdulillah, the point is to raise the iman level, that these things are ugly, and we should protect our children from it as much as we can. As much as we can. Create awareness. Teach them that Allah is watching you. That mommy and daddy are not all the time with you, but Allah is always with you. And that avoiding things that leads to zina, such as watching something on the internet, such as being with people who are having boyfriends and girlfriends. You raise them well, but once they go somewhere else, they start mixing with, for example, someone who has a girlfriend. She starts getting weak. But when you strengthen that policeman that is inside their mind, conscious and heart, inshallah they will never go wrong. Allah will protect them. They become like Yusuf alayhi salam. They become like Maryam alayhi salam. Number 11. Liwat. Yes? Which one? Oh, yes. Okay, good. Meaning what to do to them? What does Islam say? Islam says this marriage is null and void. A man who committed zina cannot marry that woman. We punish him by not marrying her. They should be exiled actually. If they were not married, they should be exiled for 1 year. They cannot live in the city where they committed zina for 1 year. Be lashed, 100 lashes, purify them, and exile them. Within that year, they find other partners and live and marry. But they shouldn't marry together. So all those is wrong. And allowing that type of marriage is haram, is wrong. Whoever the imam does perform that. Unless he doesn't know. People don't tell him. I know it's happening. What can I do, sister? Yeah, but they cannot lie to Allah. Yeah. Again, slowly. Yes, if someone committed zina with someone, because he was in hurry to satisfy himself, she was in hurry to satisfy herself. I'm not talking about rape or forced. No, agreement, consent, consensual. This man and this woman should never marry. Because this is what some youth are doing. They go commit zina, force the parents to accept the marriage. من استعجل الشيء قبل أوانه عوقب بحرمانه. We have a rule in Sharia. If you are in hurry to get something, the punishment should be by not giving it to you because you are in a hurry. You are in a hurry to commit zina. You should have waited until marriage. Then now the point is we don't marry you. You go find another person. And Allah clearly says in the Quran, الزانية لا ينكحها إلا زان أو مشرك. Zaniya should be married to someone like her or even a mushrik, meaning ugly. Don't do that. That's what the Quran says. The same thing for the man. He cannot marry but someone like him who already doesn't mean we go and find people. Otherwise, what's wrong? We should not encourage zina. We should not encourage people who made zina. They should hide and disappear. Go to another city and consider themselves they moved to another city. But today, sisters, there is so much wrong that we want to fix it. Sorry, I cannot fix what is wrong. A tree that already is crooked, I cannot fix it. Null and void. In their own country. Leave the city where they committed zina. Let's say someone committed zina in Kuala Lumpur. They have to leave the city to different cities. She goes to Ipoh, he goes to Kuantan. And start a new life. If they come after 1 year to the same city, fine. But they cannot marry. They cannot look at each other because you committed zina. Khalas. You disobeyed Allah together. So go make tawbah. Maybe Allah will forgive you. Make tawbah. But you cannot live together. Sister, imagine a man and a woman who cheated before marriage, they live together. Do you think he trusts her? Do you think she trusts him? She will not. At all. They go marry somebody else, but not the, yeah. Otherwise now, anybody who commits zina, yalla, let's, and we come. And you shouldn't attend those marriages. If you know someone committed zina, you shouldn't go. Otherwise you condone. You have accepted that type of haram. If it is correct, walima. If it is like this, don't go. Yeah, I know, sisters, you are looking at me like I'm coming from I don't know where. That's the deen. You see how much we know of the religion? Sorry. This is, look, because this knowledge is not spreaded, people are sinning. I can see the shock in your faces, which is good. Then when you go and spread this knowledge, people will be like takut. So they will not come near these things. Yes, sister. She can marry another person and start new life. He can marry another person and start new life, but not with the same person. Yes, sister. Yes, that's it. Number two, if during the zina there was a baby, that baby doesn't take the name of his father and doesn't inherit his father. He inherits only his mother. Because he was born out of wedlock, not out of halal. So he cannot inherit his father because it's not his father. Sheikh, his father. Yes, biologically it is his father, but Islamically it's not his father. Why? Because the father and mother committed zina. Try to understand, they broke Allah's law. Allah never accepts a relationship between man and woman unless it is through marriage. Even if the father and mother marry, even if they marry, like you know some cases I'm sure, that child, the first one or whoever, cannot be, he's not the son of bin, but his father, he cannot inherit him. That's why it's better to disappear. Otherwise, if the children come to know that their parents have committed zina, the anger will be against both. May Allah save us. But what can we do? So prevention better than cure. We prevent all these things. I know, sisters, I am in pain like you. But what can we do? The children will be named after their mother, not after their father. Hold on. There was zina before marriage. Okay, then there is marriage. Okay, then they got married. Then they have children. Very good. I need to ask, maybe I find another opinion in different mazhab. But now, follows madhab Sheikh Zubair. You know Sheikh Zubair? This is his madhab. To be safe. This is what we need to teach the children so that takut, they will never do it. Because for what? For a few minutes of lust and joy, they will mess up all their life. I will look into that, inshallah. Number 11, al-liwat, which is our subject today because in Malaysia there is so much liwat. LGBT. Before I go to liwat, I said there are types of zina, right? One type of zina is looking. Rasulullah SAW said, indeed the eye commits zina. Watching haram stuff. Number two, the ear also commits zina by listening to people talking about it. Once you hear that, leave. And you tell them to fear Allah. Remind them. Tell them, stop it. If you have authority, you stop it. You disperse them. If you have no authority, leave. Listen to that nonsense. Number four, the hand commits zina. The hand commits zina. You start touching, shake hands with women, women shaking hands with men. That is a form of, even touching is a form of zina. That's why in the Shafi'i madhab, ada wudu. You touch someone, you have to renew wudu. How about other things with the hand? So please understand. This is just looking. How about hugging and kissing and this and that? Not intercourse, but hugging. It's a form of zina because you're coming near. Not much left. That's it. Okay? So I just wanted to say that. Now, al-liwat. Liwat is, let's see how ugly it is. It is worse than zina. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in Surah Hud, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, فَلَمَّا جَاءَ أَمْرُنَا جَعَلْنَا عَالِيَهَا سَافِلَهَا وَأَمْطَرْنَا عَلَيْهَا حِجَارَةً مِّن سِجِّيلٍ مَنْضُودٌ مُسَوَّمَةً عِنْدَ رَبِّكَ وَمَا هِيَ مِنَ الظَّالِمِينَ بِبَعِيدٍ. Pay attention to the verse. The verse is like this. When the commandment of Allah has come to the people of Lut who were committing liwat, men with men, although they had wives, plenty of females, they had wives, but they went out of the fitrah. Look, sisters, the natural thing for a man and woman is to be together. Marriage, through marriage, because zina is haram. Someone wants, he likes someone, she likes him back. No problem. They go perform the 4 pillars of contract and may Allah make them happy. No problem. But other than that, it's very wrong. What is worse than very wrong? What is worse than very wrong is to go out of the fitrah. when a man wants a man and a woman wants a woman. So please understand, it's not a sickness. Because sickness, you have to be very merciful for people who are sick. For example, you have cancer, God forbid. You have, I don't know what disease you have. Physical disease. We have to be extremely merciful and considerate. We shouldn't even say a word that offends you. But no, you want to go, a man wants to go with a man, and a woman with a woman. Here it's not your sick. Here it's not sickness of the body. Here's sickness of the mind, sickness of the soul. So we rotan you so bad, or even finish you. Because you have become. You know what will happen to us if we don't stop these idiots now? Okay. Our children will be confused. Our grandchildren will be like them. If there is punishment, we will be the first to go. Why? Because you didn't speak. You were silent about evil. Sisters, when you see something wrong, anything wrong, please make some noise about it. At least save yourself. If there is punishment, you don't go with them. So Allah said, when the punishment of Allah came to them, we made Aliyaha, those who were on top, we made them below. What does it mean? Look, see this book? It was like this. Allah took the city, He sent one angel, and He did this. Earthquake, but upside down. God forbid, imagine this fan becomes under us. What? That's one. Number two, was it, that's it? They already, no, it's not enough. وَأَمْطَرْنَا عَلَيْهِمْ حِجَارَةً مِّن سِجِّيلٍ. Then we send phosphorus. Phosphorus, rain stones from the sky. So it's not just the people of the elephant. The people of the elephant, they were, Allah sent on them birds with stones. No, this one, rain. Fire coming from the sky. Bullets. After they were already killed, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala riddled their bullets with, look at that punishment. Is that all? He said, and it is not far from those who will do the same sin. Look at the end. Surah Hud, verse 82, 83. At the end of 83, he said, وَمَا هِيَ مِنَ الظَّالِمِينَ بِبَعِيدٍ. And it's not far. The same punishment is not far from orang who commit the same dhulm. Same sin. I will do it, he said again. And he will. It's just people take Allah for granted now. So Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam says, the biggest fear I have, أَخْوَفُ مَا أَخَافُ عَلَيْكُمْ عَمَلَ قَوْمِ لُوطٍ. The biggest fear I have is that you go back to the actions of the people of Lut. Wallahi al-Azim, in Arabia there are people like that today. Sadaqa Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In Arabia also, people come, this. Hey, you think Saudi Arabia is just Mecca and Medina? There are things that are happening in Saudi Arabia, they don't happen in LA. You know LA? You know San Francisco? Those places, compared to what's happening in around Mecca and Medina, na'udhu billah. So Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasalam prophesied. He said, the biggest fear I have about you when I'm gone is that some of you will go back to the amal of the people of Lut. وَلَعَنَ مَنْ فَعَلَ فِعْلَهُمْ. And he said, may Allah curse them, may Allah curse them, may Allah curse them. 3 times. He repeated the la'na 3 times. May Allah curse them, may Allah curse them, may Allah curse them. He said, لَعَنَ اللَّهُ مَنْ عَمِلَ عَمَلَ قَوْمِ لُوطٍ لَعَنَ اللَّهُ مَنْ عَمِلَ عَمَلَ قَوْمِ لُوطٍ لَعَنَ اللَّهُ مَنْ عَمِلَ عَمَلَ قَوْمِ لُوطٍ. May the curse of Allah be upon those who do the action of the people of Lut. 3 kali. He also said, if you find someone doing that, kill the person who does it and kill the person who the action was done to him. Here, when there is what you call agreement, if there is what you call, there are people who molest children, take them by force. This is different. No, we're talking about a man and a man, decide to have fun. A woman. Rasulullah said, kill them both. Sisters, this is unfortunately reality. In Jannah, all these things you will not hear about, but till you go to Jannah, you're going to hear this and see maybe. And you see people having that flag, rainbow flag, telling you, I am one of these. You know the culture of sagging people who put their trousers down. That's why watch your kids. Trousers, they show their underwear. I'm talking about men, let alone women, na'udhu billah. It started in jails. This is how American prisoners wanted to introduce each other. That, hey, are you like that? I am like this. And in jail, there are no male-female issues. So that's how that culture started now. Some of our youth used to drop there. Muslimah, the father is good Muslim, the son thinks it's fashion. If he just knows that it's the people of Lut in the prisons of America that started that. We don't even know, and we just follow. That's why people who do that, it's a code. Hey, I am available. That's what it means. Na'udhu billah. Clear? Yes. I know what, sorry? Doing what? Sorry, I didn't hear you first. Doing wrong. Okay? Not you and me to kill. Very good. The hadith here for government. No, not you and me. Don't go and start shooting people. No, thank you. Here it means for those, because Islam has never meant to be just in prayer. Government has to be in the hands of true Muslims. Then they will stop this nonsense. And I tell you, I guarantee you, you do it once or twice in Merdeka Square, a lot of people will behave. It's the lack of law enforcement that makes people disrespect the law. We may have laws, but we never enforce them. Law is one thing, enforcing the law is another thing. Let's say you have rules as a mother in your house. Everybody should come for dinner, let's say at 8. But when you never enforce it, everybody will eat by himself. Yes. Very good. This is very good question. Solution. Awareness that this is a very major sin. And tolerating it is no less than committing it. Then we will see what can we do. But not today. Because I also have to go. Some of you are already leaving. I have to go. I have a meeting with immigration. Takbir. So that's a good question. Just keep it, inshallah. So the Prophet ﷺ said, kill them. But that's not you and me, not people. No, we take them to jail and we say we have found these people doing haram, and we see the action. We cannot just, think, what are they doing in that room? No. We see it, like we see zina. 4 witnesses also. Or they admit. Either they admit, or we see 4 Muslims see the action. Now, do you know in Islam, sisters, there are some, na'udhu billah, people who do this type of things even with animals. The Prophet ﷺ said, kill the animal. Kill the animal. They found out that some animals have human head and body of a sheep. body of a dog, body of this. You see what may come out from this type of na'udhu billah? He said, kill the animal as well. Put it to death. So it's not going to stop at man with man. It's going to go to animals, it's going to go. Today, na'udhu billah, sisters, in America, it's no more man to man, woman to woman. Now it's man to animal. Now even there are people who say, I think I'm a baby. I think I'm a child. So it's not going to stop a man considering himself a child. So it's no more man thinking himself he's a woman, or woman thinking herself she's a man. You know what called, also, I'm white, but I think I'm black, so I behave like black. So it's crossing now everything. So it's not going to stop. That's why we need to stop it at this. And this is why Islam is the only solution for mankind. Mankind has tried every way of life. The only one that is going really to save humanity is our Islam, my sisters. Our Islam. Allah al-Adim, thank Allah we are Muslims. The West will come to their knees and admit that Sharia law is the true law. No law will make except Allah's law. Ibn Abbas has a stronger opinion, may Allah have mercy on him. And when we say Ibn Abbas, we are talking about the greatest alim of Quran. The greatest alim after the Prophet ﷺ with Quran is Abdullah bin Abbas. May Allah be pleased with him and his father. He said, when we catch the people of Qawm Lot doing that haram, we should take them to the highest building in town and throw them. Let their bones crash. I know it's tough, right? Now you're thinking about the punishment. How about the crime? And there is a rule in law. There is a rule in law. Al-jaza'u min jinsi al-amal. Punishment is according to the crime. If the crime is less, the punishment should be less. If the crime is big, the punishment is big. So if you want to know, Sheikh, I don't know how big this punishment, this crime is. Okay, look at the punishment. If the punishment is capital, it means the crime was capital. Like killing. Why no matter what, when you see someone going to death, you accept later on? Because he killed. No matter what. No, let's say you really don't like to see people about to be going to die. Sorry, but he killed. This man killed. This criminal killed an innocent life. Oh, I see. Here in Malaysia, what do you do to drug dealers? What do? You give them bunga bunga, nasi goreng. What do you do to them? Your law, what does it say? Hang, right? That's a drug dealer. Good. Why your common law came up with this law? Because you know drugs is very, very bad. It's going to destroy society, the youth, which by the way, you have a big problem here in Malaysia. You have so many drug addicts. And there are so many youth now, so many families are suffering. Good families, they come to me for counseling. Sheikh, one of my children is like this, and his brothers and sisters are afraid of him because when he needs the drugs, he becomes violent. He starts, the girl always scared, close her room because she thinks her brother will come and slaughter her during the night. See the pain, you see the pain? But good for him, hang him, I don't mind. So why we accept for drug addicts to be hanged, but not for these people? Oh, because we don't want the West to say, oh, Malaysia, Malaysia, Algeria, Algeria. No. China doesn't care. The Chinese government take you one bullet in your head for just corruption, huh? And your family pays for the bullet. And they take your organs, give to somebody else. Do you know that? They take like this, to the head, and the bullet, family has to pay. $1, $1, whatever. What do they do? What do they do? Very good. That's another question, like sister, what to do with the people of drugs, these questions, I promise, inshallah, I will answer your sisters. Otherwise it will take, this book will not finish. Today first, let's realize this. But Sheikh, we need solutions. I agree, but we cannot give solution if we don't perceive the problem correctly. If we just know a little bit, for example, a little bit of the problem. No, let's see there is a problem and admit. Our societies are full of drug addicts. Our societies are full of liwat people. And it's not going to stop there, sisters. So when the punishment is big, it means the crime was big. Remember that, please. I will answer those questions, but not today, inshallah. Sorry, I know, sisters. All the ulama of Islam agree that liwat is a major sin. All the ulama. Allah says, أَتَأْتُونَ الذُّكْرَانَ مِنَ الْعَالَمِينَ وَتَذَرُونَ مَا خَلَقَ لَكُمْ رَبُّكُمْ مِنْ أَزْوَاجِكُمْ بَلْ أَنْتُمْ قَوْمٌ عَادُونَ. In Surah Al-Shu'ara, verse 165, 166, Allah says, are you committing sexual intercourse with men with men, among all what Allah created for you, especially your spouses? You had wives. Indeed, you are people who transgress. When the Quran used the word transgress, it means you have done a major sin. Also, in another ayah, Allah Azza wa Jal says about Lut. Allah said, وَنَجَّيْنَاهُ مِنَ الْقَرْيَةِ الَّتِي كَانَتْ تَعْمَلُ الْخَبَائِثِ إِنَّهُمْ كَانُوا قَوْمَ سَوْءٍ فَاسِقِينَ. We have saved Lut from the city which used to commit major sins, khaba'ith, ugly things. إِنَّهُمْ كَانُوا قَوْمًا. Indeed, they were very ugly people. Their city was by the name of Sadum. In English, Sodom. In Arabic, is Sadum. Sadum. It's in Jordan, Palestine area, in that area. Sisters, they were so ugly that they used to do in public, man with man, and they see each other. Like some cities today, I don't know the world, zina is public, and people watch, it's a show. These people were doing it man to man, and one more thing they were doing, which please tell your children not to do. They were passing air in public. It's ugly. It's like, okay, let's see who has the biggest this. Very ugly. And that's how things started. It was just, okay, let's just do it or tolerate it. No, it's wrong. We shouldn't do it in front of public. It's something that is not right. Ibn Abbas radiallahu anhuma said, عشر خصال من أعمال قوم لوط. 10 things are considered actions of the people of Lot. Careful. You'll be shocked. Now, 10 things. If we do, as if, وَالْعِيَاذُ بِاللَّهِ, if we do just one of them, as if we are people of Lot. Do you have the book? Yalla, Sister Junaida, read the first one. تصفيف الشعب. Okay, let me, who is following the book? Yeah, can you read, sister? Hold on, listen to her. Okay, wait a minute, one by one. What? The hairstyle is a form of people Lut, the people of Lut. What is it? Please repeat. Today people are doing that, layer over layer. When you do the hair in a feminine form, for men, there are many men who like that. Their hair is longer than women's now. And they make it layer after layer. Good, continue please. Opening their buttons, private part. Or letting things loose. Today we see it. Hold on, sister, hold on. Because some of you don't understand what I'm talking about. You know today's jeans? No, jeans. I'm talking about men's clothes. The button, the zip, they open it. Those days, no zip. And that is very wrong. Today's fashion. Wait and see the fashion, sisters. May Allah save us. Wait and see what is coming. Continue, sister. Number 3. Track for men. Now you know why I tell you no high heels? You should not have the high heel. I mean the high heel, sister, where you make noise. Track. Men also do that. You don't know? Men have that horseshoe in their shoes. Where do you live? You ladies, where do you live? Do you live here on this planet? You look at me like you're coming from I don't know where. Some man, one day, is like call it gentleman. So he has to track. That is also not good because he resembles a woman. Women used to use chain over their anklets, and make noise to attract men. Some men are doing that now. But through there, do you know some men wear high heels? Alhamdulillah. So you know. Good. Number 5. Where are you? 70s? In the 70s, the hair of a man and big bracelet. Still, some men do that. If you see your husband like that, strangle him. Pull him up. Tie him up. Takbir. Yes, I saw hand. Who raised the hand? Yes, Pastor. Okay. Repeat, you mean the English? Okay. It's in the book. Is it in the book? Not in the red book. In the green book. Okay. Go ahead, sister. Wearing long trousers which drag on the floor is feminine. It's the women who should wear like that. Men should be above his ankle. So that is already, na'udhu billah, as if this person is from the people of Lut. Okay, what else? Drinking liquor. Liquor is a form of the people because look, they were drinking and shaitan came to them. And he came in human form without beard. A boy without beard, handsome boy. And he tempted them. They were drunk. They were already drunk. This is how it started. And he offered himself to them. May Allah curse him. Shaitan. The moment they did it with him, they start doing it among themselves. Then they liked it. Everything has beginning, right? So that's the story. This is why in Islam, a man should keep his beard so that he completely should not look like a woman. And sisters, help me to tell your husbands at least keep a goatee or whatever. Serious. If he doesn't have at all, buy him one from China. And he looks cool. Takbir. He will look like lion. What makes the lion different than the lioness is the mane. SubhanAllah. Even Allah wants the lion to be different than the lioness. So, little hair on your spouse's face. By the way, it's the fashion anyways. It's now man's fashion to keep beard. Subhanallah, Rasulullah ﷺ 1400 years ago, he said, man should keep their beards and trim their mustaches. This is his sunnah. When lately in the last 2 years, it was fashion, two fashions of Sunnah of Rasulullah. The beard and shortening, the trouser is above the ankle. Oh, everybody started doing it. What Rasulullah told us 1400 years ago. So a man should not look like a woman, absolutely, absolutely. From far, you know it's a man. From far, that's a man, that's a woman. It's not, is he, she, oh, okay, it's him. No, it's not like that. From far, that's a man. From far, that's a woman. So, these are the actions, na'udhu billah, if a man does, they used to know if he is inclined towards liwat or not. What is worse also is women with women, which we leave. I end with this hadith. 4 people, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, when they wake up, they are already in the anger of Allah. When they wake up, they go sleep. When they get up, Allah is already angry with them. Na'udhu billah. They haven't done anything yet. No, they have done. They just woke up. When they went to sleep, Allah was angry with them. When they woke up, Allah is already angry with them. Who are they? Sahaba said, Ya Rasulullah, who are they? So that we don't be amongst them. He said, men who look like women. Sisters, when you see a man behaving like a woman, please don't befriend them. Say, hey, go somewhere else. If everybody shines him down, he will stop. But if everybody, it's okay lah, and you start laughing. See that man who behaves like a woman coming your way, you don't smile or look at him with a stern look and say, go get some help. And they're so softy. Man shouldn't be like that. And sister, you should not accept that. Please, you tell them, fear Allah. Go with but I don't know what I am. You don't know what you are? Okay, that's one more reason not to stay with us. Go know first. Go know who you are. Be tough, otherwise Allah will ask you. Number 2, the women who look like men. Oh, there are those tomboys. She wears like a man. Yesterday, subhanallah, I was going to teach somewhere. There are these 2 Chinese boys standing. I saw them, Chinese boys, wearing jeans, t-shirt. I come close. One of them is talking as I was walking. So I knew it's a girl, but wearing like a boy. A boy, subhanallah, haircut, everything. But speaking like a girl. A girl, I know it's a girl now. Why? That is also cursed, na'udhu billah. وَالَّذِي يَأْتِي الْبَهِيمَةِ, and the one who sleeps with an animal. Look, men who look like women, women who look like men, those who sleep with animals, وَالَّذِي يَأْتِي الذَّكَرَ يعني اللِّوَاتِ, and people who commit liwat. These are cursed. They are cursed. Two things shake the throne of Allah. The throne of Allah shakes out of anger. The throne of Allah is bigger than heavens and earth. Number 1, to claim that Allah has a son. Sisters, to say Allah has a son, which the Christians do every Sunday. So in my humble opinion, every Sunday, actually the throne of Allah, except that the Malaika holds it. Out of anger, hold this one, the throne of Allah. Because there are 8 angels carrying the throne of God. The second one is liwat. When an act of liwat is done, the throne of Allah shakes out of anger, meaning if we don't stop it or punish that person or rotan them, even I am with rotana, I'm telling you this. If I catch someone stealing my property, if I don't kill him but hit him so hard with my rotan, I don't need anyone to tell me what you did is wrong. What he did is wrong. Who brought him to my property? In Texas, they shoot you like a dog if you just trespass. In Texas, if you pass by somebody's property, he can shoot you, And he will call police, come take him. It's my property. Khalas, they take you. Here we say no, just rotunda. So if we find a man doing that with another man or with a child, here you tell me, no, they have human rights. What is this? Rot on him so that he will never do it again. Then his punishment is with the government. Otherwise, you will not have a life anymore. So, two things, my sisters, if done, the throne of Allah shakes out of anger. One of them is to say Allah has a son. Whenever in the world someone says Jesus, son of God, na'udhu billah. Second one, whenever an act of liwat is committed. The people who enter Jahannam with curse are seven. Seven type of people enter Jahannam with curse. The man who commits liwat and the man who receives liwat. The one who sleeps, the one who marries a mother and her daughter. Look, nikah, marriage. But it's wrong. He marries the mother, then he marries her daughter. Cannot do that. The moment you marry a woman, the daughter becomes haram. The moment you marry a daughter, the mother of that girl becomes haram for you. You can never, it's the same thing. You cannot marry a husband and his son. Let's say a man comes to you and he has already a son. Then he dies. You cannot marry his son again. Okay. وَنَاكِحُ يَدِهِ إِلَّا أَنْ يَتُوبُوا. Na'udhu billah. And the person who does haram with his hand. These people, except that they make tawbah. Seven type of people will be cursed and they'll be thrown in Jahannam. We talk more about details next time I see you, inshallah. One more thing also before I go. It is highly haram that a man sleeps with his wife from her back. What do you mean her back? From the place where stool comes out. That is a no. You should never allow that. It is considered liwat. Is this clear? Okay. Don't say, Sheikh, but he won't. No. You should never allow that. Any question before I go? Okay. Ya Allah, Ya Tuhan kami, take good care of my students during my absence. Ya Allah, give them barakah and rahmah. Make them ustazas, all of them. Say Ameen. You are ustazas, why not? Super ustazas, inshallah. Ya Allah, bless them. Ya Allah, give them rahmah. Give them barakah in their health, in their wealth, in their rizqi, in their children, in their spouses, in their in-laws, in their grandsons, chuchus. Ya Allah, protect all my students, bless them, bless this community, and ease our immigration issue, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.